Yo, what's up everybody? Leigh here. We're back with another popping tutorial. Today I'm going to give you 2 exercises on how you can improve your arm angles. Let's go. Okay, so one of the first exercises that I want to share, leading up upon that intentional aspect that I was talking about, is your arms can usually follow when you place your hands somewhere. So let the hands be the intention of where you want to place them, and then the extremity of the arm is going to create its own design. So for example, maybe I just wanted to start off with my hands, boom, on my hips. So obviously they could be where I want to tuck my elbows in, or do I want to be intentional and let those elbows fly out, right? So again, I'm here, boom, ka, boom, ta, boom, ka, 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 boom, ka. That's one, right? Thinking about where that happens. Now, we can also do one touching, one not. Boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. Boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom. Yeah, so again, we had boom, both hands placing somewhere on the body. Doesn't have to be the hips. It could be the shoulders. It could be one here. It could be one on the shoulder, one on the hip. It could be even here, bop. And notice how automatically I didn't just go both at the same time. I did one different look where maybe the palm of my hand is touching my stomach, and then the thumb is probably touching my chest. You want to see how many ways you can put your hands or your arms in different places. So this is a very explorative type of movement, right? Curiosity, research based. Have music playing in the background if you like. If you don't want, maybe you're actually just having a conversation, but you're just chill. You're still trying to figure out okay, bop. Now, when you're doing these things, how can you also check yourself and be like, yo, should my arm be here or does it look better here? Maybe that's what the mirror is for, or even video, right? Bop, boom. Are my arms too hanging, or do I have a nice position because I want to look confident and I want to look committed? Obviously, the next one that I want to mention within this exercise is how are they both not touching? Your hands, how are they not touching? But maybe how are they facing? Are the palms facing in? Are they facing out? This is all different looks. Boom, side, boom, boom, right? So maybe I'm thinking about my palms facing out, facing in, but at the same time, I am already making the intentional aspect. Nothing is going to be inside, intimate. It's not going to be contained. It's going to be nice and big, and you're drawing out. Now, naturally, look, if I did this and I put my palms facing out, elbow's already creating its own design, or the whole arm, is creating the whole design. So from here, it's a different design from here. Here's different. Here's different. Here's different. And this is just with palms open. You can also close your fists, but you could still boom, ka, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, 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 touch, ha. Now I'm activating with the shoulders. Boom, ka, boom, boom. Boom, bah, boom. Okay, now one's not touching. Boom, ha. Maybe I want to stick with this. Boom, boom, ha. Boom, 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 ha. Boom. Switch. Boom, ha. Boom, 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 ha. All of this, for me, researching what works, what doesn't, gives you a lot of room for creativity and also a longer freestyle round, right? Because you're being intentional, but at the same time, your arms are creating lots of designs. So go back, think about what it is to have different hand placement on the body, right? Play around with that. Boom. Of course, I always recommend going to the beat, to the 1-2. Boom. Bah. Then you want to add the pop. Boom. Now, maybe one is not touching. Boom. Boom. Bah. Boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Now, both of them not touching, and you're just moving, which is kind of what we normally see. But we see it in a very okay, I was told in choreography to do this. Boom. or this. Boom. How do you figure out what works for you without touching the body? Boom. Boom. Ha. 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 That's that first exercise. All right. So I'm just going to mess with music. Be more creative. Explore. See what works. See what doesn't. Yeah? Here we go. All right, now you got that one, right? So second one that I like to think about is, instead of leading or thinking hands, right, or arms, how can we even be more adamant and lead with the elbows? So leading with the elbows. This is the second exercise. Pretty self-explanatory, because what it does is it forces you to really commit what you want to do with the elbows. So again, if I'm thinking how I want to draw or how I want to lead, maybe that elbow put me to make a little twist. Boom, ha, boom. Automatically, you're seeing my arm, the rest of my arm and hand, it's committing. It has no choice, right? Otherwise, I'm not doing much. Otherwise, I might be just pushing, and then you're not really seeing these funky angles, right? Ha, ha. Again, we always say when we're in the puppet, right? Boom. This is not as strong as this. But it's because we're letting the shoulder fold over, but the elbow is being seen. So, real quick, what is it to literally, doesn't matter where your hand placement is, but what can you do with the elbows? Do you want to draw circles? Boom, boom. Do you want to go up and down, cross? Again, maybe you want to hit, boom, and that opened up, boom, bah, ha. I don't want to say it looks like a fighting, but it almost is, right? Like you're just kind of like really like thinking about moving, boom, boom. Now, of course, when it comes to the dance, you want to make it funky. So I would always say, how do you maybe sometimes repeat something? How do you even sometimes hear, boom, like every time you do a pop, maybe the range of motion is getting bigger and bigger, right? Think about that, I promise you, because if you go from this aspect, boom, totally different dimension, totally different look, surprise element in a sense, entertaining element in a sense. You can always think, how can you maneuver? Boom. Maybe you also want to connect. Boom, 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 boom. There's so many ways you can apply by leading with the elbows. All right, let's turn on some music. Let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. All right, y'all, that's it for today. Once again, it was 2 exercises on how you can improve your arm angles. Please remember to be intentional. Please remember to have a good time. Freedom within movement. And hopefully in Cyphers, I can see y'all soon using these exercises. Subscribe for more tutorials. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.